So, for this week, our discussion topic is: can humans be happy even when going through a life event that causes suffering? And my short answer to this is yes. In my opinion, I believe that as humans, we experience obstacles that can cause suffering. In our everyday lives, we can experience these obstacles. Sometimes they might make us happy, but most of the times, obstacles will create suffering. I think going through these obstacles help us appreciate our life to the fullest extent, and I believe without struggles and suffering, there would be no happiness. Suffering makes humans realize what is actually bad, and without it, we wouldn't be able to differentiate between happiness and normal boring events. Some ways to overcome suffering would be to seek wisdom and knowledge, create meaningful relationships with the people around us, live a life similar to God's, or constantly reflect on our lives and search for a higher meaning in the things that we do. As humans, we need reasons to be happy, and once we find out what they are, we can move on from the suffering. We can't let an event that causes suffering to take over our lives. As humans, we have to learn to move on from that event. And for some, it may be harder, but we can all help those people that are struggling to find happiness because of an unfortunate event. In the article that we read for week 7, Happiness and Its Discontents by Daniel M. Habron, just to summarize what he said, um, he believes that our emotional conditions may provide the single best indicator of how, in general, our lives are going. They don't simply track the moment-to-moment flow of events. If you're generally depressed, anxious, or stressed, you'll probably not find an answer to your problems by scrutinizing the day's events one by one. It may be wiser instead to consider whether the way you're living or the way you are living makes sense. Often, some signals of the emotional self can set the path to better ways of living and a happiness worthy of the name.